The old man and the small blue notebook. Hello there. Thank you for being here. Find a comfortable place to sit. Maybe get a warm drink. Take a deep breath in and let it out slowly. This is your time. This story is for you. It is a simple story about a man and a boy and a small blue notebook. But it is also a story about you and me and all of us. So just relax and listen. Chapter 1: The Boy Who Wanted to Run. There was a boy named Leo. Leo was 10 years old. He lived in a small house near a big hill. Every morning, Leo looked out his window and saw the hill. It was green and very tall. At the top of the hill, there was a big, old tree. Leo had a dream. He wanted to run to the top of the hill. He wanted to sit under that big tree and look at the whole town below. He thought it would feel like flying. But there was a problem. The hill was hard to climb. Leo tried once. He ran fast at the beginning, but after just a few minutes his legs hurt. His chest felt tight. He stopped. He looked up. The top was so far away. It's too hard, Leo said to himself. He turned around and went back home. The next day, he tried again. The same thing happened. He ran fast, got tired, and gave up. Soon, Leo stopped trying. He just looked at the hill from his window. The dream was still there, but it felt smaller now. It felt impossible. One afternoon, Leo's mother asked him to go to the shop at the bottom of the hill. On his way, he saw an old man sitting on a bench. The old man had white hair and kind eyes. He was writing in a small blue notebook. He wrote very slowly and carefully. Leo was curious. He stopped and watched. The old man looked up and smiled. Hello, young man. Do you like to write? Leo shook his head. No, writing is hard and slow. The old man laughed a soft, warm laugh. Ah, you think it's hard because you want to write a whole book in 1 minute. Leo thought about this. Maybe, he said, I want to run to the top of that hill, but it's too hard. I try to run fast, but I can't do it. The old man looked at the hill. He looked at Leo. He patted the bench next to him. Sit with me for a moment. I want to tell you a secret. Leo sat down. The old man opened his small blue notebook. He showed Leo a page. On the page, there was only one sentence. It said, Today I will write 1 word. Leo was confused. 1 word, that's all. That is all, said the old man. Yesterday, I wrote 1 word. The day before, I wrote 1 word. My notebook is almost full now, but I only write 1 word each day. Leo looked at the notebook. It was almost full of pages. He couldn't understand, but that would take forever. Yes, said the old man, it takes time. But look, my notebook is almost full. I did not write a whole book in 1 day. I wrote 1 word, and then another word, and then another. Now, I have a whole book of my life. Leo was quiet. He was thinking. The old man pointed to the hill. That hill is like my notebook. You cannot reach the top in 1 fast run. You must take 1 step, and then another step, and then another. Leo looked at the hill. It didn't look so impossible now. It just looked like a lot of steps. Chapter 2: The First Step. The next morning, Leo woke up. He looked at the hill. He remembered the old man. He remembered the 1 word. I will not try to run to the top, Leo said to himself. I will just take 1 step. He walked to the bottom of the hill. He put his foot on the grass. 1 step. Then he took another step. He walked slowly. He did not run. He just walked. After a few minutes, he felt a little tired. He wanted to stop, but then he thought of the old man's notebook. Just 1 more step, he whispered. Just 1. He took 1 more step, and then another. He did not look at the top. He only looked at the ground right in front of him. Soon, he was halfway up the hill. He was surprised. He had never come this far before. He felt happy. He felt strong. He sat down on a rock and looked down at his house. It looked so small. He did not reach the top that day. When the sun got hot, he turned around and walked back down. But he was not sad. He had taken many steps. He had done more than ever before. That evening, he saw the old man on the bench again. Leo ran to him, his face bright. I did it, Leo said. I didn't get to the top, but I walked more than half. I just took one step at a time, like you said. The old man smiled. That is wonderful, Leo. You learned the first big lesson of life. Big things are not done with one big jump, they are done with many small, steady steps. Leo sat next to him, but it felt so slow. Slow is okay, said the old man. Slow is how things grow. A tree does not grow tall in one day. It grows a little bit every day for many years. Be like the tree. Grow a little every day. And don't be afraid to be slow. Chapter 3: The Confident Boy and the Ego Man. Leo started walking up the hill every day. Sometimes he walked a little more, sometimes he walked a little less, but he never stopped. He took his step every single day. One day, after many weeks, he did it. He reached the top. He sat under the big tree and looked at the whole town below. He felt so happy. He felt like he was flying. He ran down the hill faster than ever. He wanted to find the old man and tell him the good news. He found him on the bench writing in his blue notebook. I made it, Leo shouted. I reached the top. I am strong. I am the best. The old man looked at him quietly. He did not smile. He closed his notebook slowly. Leo, he said, his voice calm. Sit down. Leo sat down, still feeling proud. The old man spoke. I'm happy you reached the top. That is a great thing. But listen carefully. There is a difference between confidence and ego. Leo frowned. What's the difference? Confidence is quiet, said the old man. It is knowing you can do something. It comes from inside. It says, I worked hard and I did it. It is humble. He paused. Ego is loud. It wants to shout, look at me, I am better than everyone. Ego makes you feel big by making others feel small. Confidence builds you up. Ego tears you down. Leo felt his face get hot. He understood. He had been loud. He had been showing off. But I did work hard, Leo said quietly. Yes, you did, said the old man kindly. And that hard work gave you confidence. That is good. Hold on to that. But remember, the hill is still there. It helped you become strong. Respect the hill. Respect the journey. Never forget the steps you took. Leo nodded. I'm sorry, I was just so happy. Never be sorry for being happy, said the old man. Just be happy with a quiet heart. Be confident, not proud. That is a strength that will never leave you. Chapter 4: The Truth That Set Him Free. One afternoon, Leo was playing near the bench. He kicked a ball. He kicked it too hard. It flew through the air and hit a flower pot near a house. The pot broke into pieces. Leo's heart started to beat fast. He looked around. No one saw him. He could run away. He could say he didn't do it. He walked quickly to the bench, his head down. The old man was there. What happened, Leo? The old man asked. Leo wanted to lie. The lie was right there, on his tongue, ready to come out. It would be so easy. But then he remembered the old man's words. About confidence, about quiet strength. Lies are not quiet. Lies are loud and messy. He took a deep breath. I broke a flower pot. I was playing and I kicked my ball too hard. I broke it. The old man looked at him. That was an accident. It's okay. But I wanted to run away, Leo said, his eyes wet. I didn't want anyone to be angry at me. Leo, look at me, said the old man. You did not run away. You told me the truth. That took more courage than climbing 100 hills. He put his hand on Leo's shoulder. Honesty is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. When you tell the truth, you feel light. You feel clean inside. When you lie, you have to carry that lie with you everywhere. It becomes heavy. Just then, a woman came out of the house. She saw the broken pot. She looked around. Leo stood up and walked over to her. Excuse me, he said, his voice shaking a little. I am so sorry. I broke your pot with my ball. It was an accident. The woman looked at him. Then she looked at the broken pot. She smiled a small smile. "Thank you for telling me the truth," she said. "That was very brave. Accidents happen. Don't worry about it." Leo felt a huge weight lift from his shoulders. He felt light, just like the old man said. He ran back to the bench. "It worked," he said to the old man. She wasn't even angry. The old man laughed softly. "People respect the truth, Leo, even when it's hard to hear. Always be honest. An honest person can walk through the world with their head held high because they have nothing to hide. That is real freedom." Chapter 5: The Rainy Days. Some days Leo did not want to walk up the hill. The sky was gray. The rain was falling. It was cold and wet. On those days it was so easy to just stay inside and do nothing. One rainy morning, Leo looked out the window. He thought about the hill. He did not want to go. He wanted to stay in his warm bed. He went to the bench anyway. The old man was there, under a big umbrella, writing in his notebook. "You came," said the old man, looking pleased. "I didn't want to," Leo admitted. "But I came." "That is the secret," said the old man. "That is discipline. Motivation is when you feel like doing something. Discipline is when you do it even when you don't feel like it. Motivation comes and goes like the sun, but discipline is like a steady river. It keeps flowing, no matter what." He showed Leo his notebook. On the page it said, "Today is rainy. I am writing my one word." "Dang," said the old man. "Even on rainy days I write my word. It is not a big word. It is just a small one. But it keeps my promise to myself." When you keep small promises to yourself every day, you learn to trust yourself. And when you trust yourself, you can do anything. Leo understood. He went to the hill. It was muddy. It was hard. His feet slipped, but he took his steps. One by one. He did not go far, but he went. When he came back, he was wet and cold, but he felt a warm feeling inside. He had kept his promise to himself. Chapter 6: The English Notebook. One day, Leo saw the old man writing in his notebook and talking to himself softly. "What are you doing?" Leo asked. "I am learning a new word in English," said the old man. "Every day, I learn one new word. I write it down. I say it to myself many times. Today's word is patience." "Patience," Leo repeated. "What does it mean?" "Patience means waiting without getting upset," said the old man. "It means knowing that good things take time. It means not giving up when things are slow." Leo thought about the hill. "Like when I was walking up the hill, I had to be patient." "Yes," said the old man, happy. "You are learning. English is the same as the hill. You cannot learn it in one day. You learn one word, and then another word, and then another. You must be patient. You must make mistakes." "Mistakes?" Leo asked. "Mistakes are bad." The old man shook his head. "No, my young friend. Mistakes are how we learn. A baby falls many times before it learns to walk. Does the baby give up? No. The baby gets up and tries again. Every fall teaches the baby something. Every mistake in English teaches you something. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Be afraid of not trying." Leo took out a small piece of paper. "Can you teach me a word every day?" The old man's eyes sparkled. "It would be my honor." So every day, after their walk, they would sit on the bench. The old man would teach Leo one new English word. Leo would write it down. He would say it out loud. Sometimes he said it wrong. The old man would gently correct him. Leo would try again, and slowly, slowly, his list of words grew, just like his steps up the hill. Chapter 7: The Feeling of Being Stuck. Many years passed. Leo grew up. He became a man. He moved to a big city. He got a job. He worked very hard. But after some time, he started to feel strange. He felt tired. He felt bored. He felt stuck. Every day was the same. Wake up. Go to work. come home, eat, sleep, repeat. He looked at the big buildings outside his window, but he didn't feel excited anymore. He felt like he was walking up a hill again, but this time he couldn't see the top. He didn't know where he was going. He had stopped taking his daily steps. He had stopped learning new words. He had forgotten the old man's lessons. One evening he felt very sad. He felt like he had lost something important. He decided to go back to his old town. He needed to see the hill. He needed to see the old man. He took a train. He walked through the familiar streets. He went to the bench. The old man was there. He was much older now. His hair was completely white, but his eyes were still kind, and in his hands he held his small blue notebook. Leo, the old man said softly, a smile spreading across his face. You came back. Leo sat down. He felt like a little boy again. I feel stuck, he said. I don't know what to do. I work and work, but I feel empty. I forgot your lessons. I forgot about the one step. The old man nodded gently. He understood. Leo, look at me, he said. You are not stuck. You have just stopped moving. Life is not a hill you climb once and then you are done. Life is a mountain range. You climb one hill and then you see another hill in front of you. That is not a problem. That is life. He opened his blue notebook. It was old and worn now. He showed Leo a page. It said, today I will write one word. I'm grateful for this day. You feel stuck because you stopped learning, said the old man. You stopped growing. A river that stops flowing becomes a swamp, but a river that keeps moving, keeps flowing, stays fresh and clean. You must keep moving, Leo. You must keep taking steps, not for a job or for money, but for yourself. But how? Leo asked. I don't even know where to start. You start the same way you started with the hill, said the old man. You take one step. What is one small thing you can do today? One small thing for yourself. One small thing to learn. One small thing to grow. Leo thought, I can learn one new English word, like you taught me. The old man smiled. Yes, that is a perfect step. Start there. Tomorrow, take another step. And another. Do not look at the whole mountain, just look at the next step. The steps will build the path. Chapter 8. The notebook is passed on. Leo stayed in the town for a few days. Every morning, he walked up the hill with the old man who walked slowly now. Every afternoon, they sat on the bench and learned a new English word. Leo felt the heavy feeling inside him start to lift. He felt like himself again. On his last day, he went to say goodbye to the old man. The old man was sitting on the bench holding his small blue notebook. He looked peaceful. Leo, he said, his voice quiet but clear, I have something for you. He held out the small blue notebook. Leo looked at it. It was full. Every page was covered in the old man's careful handwriting. Thousands of days, thousands of words. I cannot take this, Leo said. This is your life. It is my life, said the old man. And now it is a gift for you, but more important than the notebook itself, I want to give you the habit. He placed the notebook in Leo's hands. Keep writing, keep learning, keep taking your steps. When life is hard, write one word. When life is good, write one word. This simple habit will keep you grounded. It will remind you that big things come from small, steady actions. Leo held the notebook carefully. It felt warm and heavy with meaning. Teach this to others, the old man said. Find someone who feels stuck. Find a child who thinks the hill is too high, and tell them the secret. Tell them about the one step. Leo promised he would. He said goodbye to the old man. He walked away, holding the small blue notebook. When he turned around for one last look, the old man waved. Leo waved back. Then he walked to the train station and went back to the city. Chapter 9. The Ripple in the Water. Leo went back to his life in the city, but he was different now. He had his habit again. Every morning, he wrote one thing in a new blue notebook. One word, one sentence. One small thought. He started walking every day, just for himself. He started learning new things. He felt the river inside him start to flow again. One day, at a park, he saw a young woman sitting on a bench. She looked very sad. She looked stuck. Leo remembered that feeling. He sat down on the other end of the bench. After a few minutes, he spoke gently. "Excuse me," he said. "I don't mean to bother you, but I see you might be having a hard day. I was once given a gift by an old friend, and I would like to share it with you." The woman looked at him, surprised. Leo smiled. "There is a hill, and the only way to climb it is to take one step." He told her the story. He told her about the old man and the small blue notebook and the one word. He told her about patience and honesty and discipline and confidence without ego. When he finished, the woman's eyes were wet, but she was smiling a little. "Thank you," she whispered. "I needed to hear this." Leo nodded. We all need to hear it, sometimes more than once. That's the funny thing about lessons. We have to learn them again and again. He stood up to leave. Then he stopped. He took out a small piece of paper from his pocket. On it he had written one word. He handed it to the woman. The word was begin, ending, a quiet message for you. And so, the story of the old man and the small blue notebook continues. It is a story that never really ends. Because every time someone feels stuck, every time someone looks at a hill and feels it is too high, the story is born again. Maybe you are that person right now. Maybe you are looking at a hill in your life. Maybe it is a new habit you want to build. Maybe it is a new language you want to learn, like English. Maybe it is a dream that feels too far away. Listen, the hill is not the problem. The hill is just a hill. The problem is thinking you have to climb it in one giant leap. You don't. You just have to take one step. Today, take that one step. Learn one new English word. Say it out loud. Write it down. Walk for just 5 minutes. Read just one page of a book. Tell one person the truth. Keep one small promise to yourself. That one step is enough for today. Tomorrow, take another step, and then another. Do not worry about the top. The top will come. It always comes to those who keep walking. Be like the old man. Be patient. Be steady. Be honest. Be humble. And remember, it is okay to be slow. It is okay to make mistakes. Every mistake is a lesson. Every slow step is still a step forward. You are not stuck. You are just between hills. And the next hill is waiting for you. So take a deep breath. Take your first step. Begin. Thank you for listening to this story. I hope it felt like a warm conversation with a friend. If this story helped you, if it made you feel a little more peaceful, a little more motivated, please share it with someone you love. Maybe they need to hear it too. And if you would like more stories like this, please like this video. It really helps the channel grow. And subscribe, so we can walk together step by step towards a better life. Take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself. And I will see you in the next story, one step at a time.